Hi everyone, this is Teacher Jazz, and in today's A-Tips video, I'm gonna show you on how to have the best lighting for your classroom. There is a widely used lighting principle in the movie making industry, which is called the Hollywood three-point lighting. It was developed during the period of the classical Hollywood cinema. In fact, the time period is exactly the same as the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Look at this picture of a character from the movie Shanghai. The lighting crew did a great job in spotting all the lights to make the character stand out, and it also created some artistic effects. As for us ESL teachers, we can say that we are also actresses and actors since we are teaching online in front of a camera. So, it is important for us to look great so that students would love to book our classes and you can get hired. So, let's begin! Before anything else, let me show you what your classroom would look like with no lights on. This is like a Japanese horror movie. What's that? I'm just kidding. So if you don't want that to happen, then apply the lighting technique used by cinematographies, filmmakers, and vloggers. As you can imagine, the three-point lighting use three light source positions. We have the key light, fill light, and also the backlight. The role of the key light is to cast the brightest light in your scene, and it will also enhance the overall exposure. It will also determine the right placements of the other two lights. So I have here my selfie ring light. So this is what I use as my key light since this is the brightest light I got. It actually features three different lights. So let me just show you. The first light is what we call the warm light. So it has around 2,700 to 3,000 Kelvin. Next is what we call our cool white. So this ranges from 3,000 to 4,100 Kelvin. And what I usually use is the daylight. It has 5,000 to 6,500 degrees Kelvin. And as what they say, the higher the Kelvin, the wider it is. Oh, by the way, you can also adjust the brightness. So you can just click these buttons over here to make it brighter or less brighter. Alright, let us now move on to our second light, which is the fill light. As you can see, if I only turn the key light on, then my left side is brighter than my right side. Also, my background here is a little bit dimmer and it has a lot of shadows. So, if your room doesn't have any window and it is dark during daytime, then it would be a problem since you will look like a villain. Then, the role of the fill light is to fill in the shadows created by your key light. You have to remember that your fill light must be dimmer than your key light. So, as you can see, I'm using my lamp to do the job. There would be a problem if you're putting lights in front of you. These lights might be too harsh and they could damage your eyesight. Also, it will make your image in the video seems too unnatural. So what shall we do to avoid this? In the film industry, they use filters and it has different colors to create dramatic effects. For example, a blue filter is used to make a cool and heroic atmosphere. As for us, ESL teachers, since we are teaching online, what filter should we use then? It's simple. Actually, you can just find some kitchen paper towel big enough to wrap the lamp and use a tape to secure it. In this way, you can make the light seems natural and you may teach for long hours without hurting your eyes. So we've talked about the two lights already, but what about the third one? Actually, the third one is what we call the backlight. It is to cast the light from the back of the character and make it stand out from the background. For us teachers, it isn't really necessary to have a backlight, but you can use the natural light from your window to act as your backlight. These lights cost me around 1,300 pesos. If you want to have lighting similar to those professional studios, then it would be better for you to buy these lights. If you want to start up a studio, it's really nice to have those lights. However, I need to remind you that it actually costs $80 each. So if your budget for the lights is limited, then you can just grab all the lights you've got at home to make your classroom as bright as possible. Thank you so much for watching this A-Tips video. This is Teacher Jazz, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel to avoid missing some useful tips from A-Tips. Happy teaching, everyone!